Alright guys, so it's clear to me that you all are still not showing enough proper love and respect for the Frame Arms series of model kits from Kotobukiya. And while I do definitely hope and plan to work on some more custom Frame Arms kits for myself in the future and share that with you guys, of course, for today, let's take a look at this book here, or Mook to be precise. This is the Frame Arms Modeling Guide Book 2. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Now unfortunately I don't have book 1, although I would like to track one down if I ever get the chance. This is book 2. Here on the back side you can see some of the featured models that we're going to see in the book, and the list price here 3,200 yen for this, so about $35 at today's conversion rate. That's probably more like $25, not too bad at all. And there's a lot of stuff in here, including this very nice base lard right there. It's got just over 100 pages in total, so there's quite a lot of stuff in here, and there's no filler, there's no like advertisements, stuff like that. I mean, the whole book essentially is an advertisement for Frame Arms, but here we've got a cool look at sort of like the lineage of different designs in the line. So all starting off from the architect frame, of course, but then going to like the Go-Rai, the Stylet, the base lard, so all the different variants there. And there's more than that, but here's just some, oh, that's cool. Some information about each of the designs here as well. That's really cool. So yeah, I don't know what's different about this from the first book. So maybe these are some of the later ones. The first book covers some of the earlier ones out in the line. I guess so. Obviously the book is all in Japanese. Well, here's some other ones. So like these are some of the earlier ones, like the Kobold, obviously the Go-Rai is I think like the first one that was covered there. So I don't know, maybe this is just stuff that was not covered in book 1, but it's pretty cool to see this here. So there's information about like each of the mechs, and then like technical information, just like not a whole lot of information in depth, but there's some just kind of basic information about each of these versions of the Durga there. Information over here about the Hesvelger, different versions of the Hesvelger. Now we're getting into like the custom build stuff. So let's see here. This is all just going over some MSG stuff. Obviously lots of MSG parts and weapons and MSG armor, and this is like an inner frame of a mech that's entirely built out of just MSG parts, things like that, so that's pretty cool. And there is some tutorial kind of stuff in here as well, just kind of talking about dry brushing here, how to dry brush on your parts. So that looks like a base color of like a super dark gray, almost kind of black, and then dry brushed with some silver there, so you can see kind of how that's gonna look. And they'll get into more stuff like that as we go, but here's the MSG mecha there. That's pretty awesome. And Scratch Lizard record, so I guess that's the theme of the rest of these. Act 1, this seems to be, you know, without checking the translation for this, this seems to be like a bit of lore. One of the reasons Frame Arms is a less popular series of model kits, I think, is just because there's no anime, there's no manga or anything. There's only a little bit of story like in each of the manuals, and it's, I don't know, it's sort of similar to like 30 minutes missions, I guess, in that sense. But this, I guess, is sort of an elaboration of part of the story, or a story or something, I guess. So there's that. Again, like without checking the translation, I can't be sure, but there's a lot of cool stuff in there, I guess, if you can read the Japanese. But let's get into some more custom build stuff here. This kind of dinosaur mecha here, it's almost like a bit of like a mecha Therizinosaurus there with those big massive claws on the front. But let's go ahead and see. So this is made, like the frame is made with an architect frame, and then built on it from there using some of the Kobold parts, it looks like. But obviously a lot of kit bashing just between different parts and MSG parts and stuff like that. That's pretty awesome. And here we have some nice big photos of that. So that looks really cool. I really like that a lot. Definitely one of the cooler mecha dinosaurs, like scratch build dinosaurs that I've seen. I've seen a few, you know, over the years from time to time. People scratch building dinosaurs out of different things, Gundams, in this case Frame Arms, but that's definitely a pretty cool one. So got some more text, some more story, I guess. Act 3 here. It's like a combination of the Go-Rai and the base lard. Some pretty cool modeling done to the chest, and this is the one that's on the front of the book here, but like these sections of the chest there is really cool. That's what this part's highlighting here in the book. Looks like it shows a bit like how some of the parts were made. There's some very nice weathering effects out the back of that, and like the shield bits here for the side of the shoulders. some really nice work in progress images here of some of just like the customizing, scratch building and customization that was going on with this. Here, painting this spring section there with a very nice reverse wash. It looks like a black base and like a metallic color over that, and then a black over that for then doing your reverse wash. That's pretty cool. Getting rid of the dreaded seam lines over there on the other side, even though it's kind of a weird seam, but anyway, how to do that, and some large photos of the kit. Very nice, really cool build. You got some more photos over here with like some different kind of weaponry, different setup there for that. A really cool gun here for this. Usually not like a huge Gatling gun fan, but that's a pretty cool Gatling gun design there. Obviously customized version of the MSG Gatling gun. Next up, we got some really weird ones here. These are going to be based off of the rapier and the stylet there. So a couple of also very cool kits, definitely. Some of the customizing process here for that, with all like the tendrils and everything going out of that. It's a pretty wild build. It's definitely very unique, very interesting. Not necessarily to my taste, but I don't know, it's something different. The bottom part kind of reminds me of the Frisia, right? From Gundam F91, sort of looks like that, right? Just turned upside down, and then with like a half finished like stylet out the top with like just the frame arms. Get it? Frame arms? Yeah, but it's just got no armor there on the arms and like the torso section there of the rapier, actually. So, oh, interesting. Custom build here of the Vulture is next with this kind of chocobo looking Vulture mech there as well. So kind of two different versions of that. One customized build, but still keeping like the same kind of standard shape. But then another one custom built as like an actual like Vulture kind of mecha. So some cool stuff in here, and really nice demonstration of just how nice these models can be with a little bit of love, you know, just cleaning up some bits like this, doing some customization. Obviously anything with the proper work and customization and everything you can make into a cool model kit, of course, but those are pretty interesting and really interestingly painted as well. Like the dry brushing it's like dry brushed with like a gray, and so it's not metallic, but it's sort of just like dulling all the colors with this like gray dry brushing over. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. A few more shots of that kit, and that's basically it for the book. So not necessarily a ton of stuff in there, so it's a good thickness, like I said, around 100 pages. Not necessarily a lot of builds. What, there was only, I don't know, less than 10, I guess, or around 10 different like custom models in this book. But as a frame arms fan myself, definitely some cool stuff in there. Kind of cool to see the book's cover without the sleeve cover here. But yeah, awesome little book, and definitely gets me inspired to want to work on some more frame arms kits here in the near future. So I think that's what I need to do. But for now, guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. I hope that was interesting for you, just to take a quick look through the frame arms modeling guide too. If you're interested, of course, you can check it out. We don't carry the book here at USA Gundam Store, but plenty of the model kits, paints, modeling tools, supplies, all that good stuff you can get here at USA Gundam Store. So I'll have the link to USA Gundam Store down in the video description below. As always, check that out. And until next time, hope you guys are having a great day. See y'all later. Bye bye.